back. And if I had to choose a subtopic, I would choose a subtopic: the dangers of being preserved in the past. The dangers of being preserved in the past. My friends, I've been dealing with the theme embracing the next dimension for the past few months. We've been encouraged to shift, to go higher, to embrace the plan of God for our lives, etc., etc., etc. In doing so, we've also been made aware of the enemy's desire for us to be stuck where we are. We've been taught that the enemy hates progression. He doesn't like movement. He doesn't like elevation. He doesn't want God to add to who we are. He seeks to diminish our existence in God. And this is why he wants to make us believe that we don't need God. He wants to make us believe that you don't have to go to church. He wants to make you believe that you can make it on your own. He wants you to think that it's fine to sleep all day Sunday because you work all week long. He wants you to think it's okay to engage in extracurricular activities on church when you should be in church, because after all, it is family first, isn't it? Come on here, somebody. My friends, do not allow yourself to be tricked by the enemy. The enemy seeks to diminish our existence in God. What do you mean he seeks to diminish our existence in God? My friends, what you must realize is that outside of God, we are nothing. It is in him that we live. It is in him that we move. It is in him that we have our being. You got to know today that without God, you cannot do anything. Come to tell you today that you cannot make it on your own. You cannot make it by yourself. The Gospel of John chapter 1 declares that all things were made by him, and without him was nothing made, and in him was life. You cannot have life outside of Christ. Outside of Christ, we merely exist. But however, if we want to live, we've got to do it through him. A lot of us, we try to live outside of him, but we're not living, we're just existing. You can never really live until you learn to embrace life with Christ. Come on here, somebody. And so many of us, we've fallen into the trap, into the snare, into the pitfall of the enemy, thinking that we can do it outside of him. We make the mistake of putting God on the back burner until hell breaks loose. We make the mistake of putting God on the back burner until we really need him. Y'all don't hear me. We fall into a place where we try to pimp God. Y'all don't hear me. We want to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it, where we want to do it, and then we want to pull on God when we find ourselves in trouble. But the Bible tells us in the book of Psalms, he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. So my friends, don't ever make the mistake of putting God on the back burner, but you got to allow God to order your scepter. You got to allow God to be the center of your life. You got to allow God to be the shining star. Come on here. I told somebody the other day, I said, you know what? I'm at the point of my life where if God can't be a part of it, I can't be a part of it. If it just doesn't bring glory to God, it's not something that I'm interested in. Because he's not just something that I do. He's not just something that I partake in when I get bored. But he is the strength of my life. And he is the source of my strength. I find the name and tell him, I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't take it. I can't make it without God. And so we've got to be careful not to fall into the place where we feel like we can do it by ourselves. We feel like we can do it on our own. So here, our text today deals in the book of Genesis. The book of Genesis is the beginning of everything as we know it. Genesis, the Alpha of the Bible. Here we find in the book of Genesis the creation the fall of man. The Bible tells us here in the book of Genesis, in the book of Genesis, before we even deal with chapter 19, in order to understand what's going on in chapter 19, we've got to go back to chapter 18 to see here where separation, matter of fact, let's go back to Genesis 1 or Genesis 2, where separation comes into play. Sin creeps on the face of the earth, and sin separates man from God. The Bible says here that because of man's disobedience to God, that sin now builds a wedge between us and God. My friends, I'm coming to tell you, I don't care how good it feels, I don't care how nice it smells, I don't care how nice it makes you feel. At the end of the day, sin is sin. Have you ever came across sin that didn't feel good? Come on here. Anytime something feels too good to you, it's got to be something wrong with it. Sin comes to make you comfortable. Sin comes to separate you from God. Sin comes to keep you out of the face in the presence of God. Let me ask you a question. Anybody ever felt like when you first got saved, you was on fire, you couldn't wait to get to church, you couldn't wait to get to prayer, you couldn't wait, come on here. But as time went by, it seemed like something stood between you and God. You want to know what it is? It's sin. Come here, Adam. The Bible says that God walked through the garden in the cool of the day. He said, Adam, where are you? A few days ago, you were on fire for me. A few days ago, everywhere I looked, there you were. But now I'm walking through the garden and I can't find you. He said, God, we're naked. He said, who told you you were naked? What do you know about being naked? Sin will expose you. Y'all don't hear me? Sin. But the old saints used to tell us, you better be careful how you live. You think you slick, but your sin will find you out. You think can't nobody see your sin on you. But we, hallelujah. And the text says here, sin has now crept into the earth realm. Here it is, we find ourselves in the book of Genesis. Hallelujah. Chapter number 18. The Bible says God raises up a man by the name of Abraham. So much sin in Israel, so much sin in the land. But the Bible said that Abraham finds favor with God. He finds so much favor with God that God changes his name. He changes his name from Abram to Abraham. Hallelujah. I come to tell you, my friends, anytime you find favor with God, he'll change your DNA. He'll change your identity. He'll change what people know about you. The Bible says here, yes, we study the life of Abraham. We said that Abraham went through many things. He had a wife by the name of Sarah. The Bible says God blessed them in their old age. He allowed Sarah to give birth to a son by the name of Isaac. But watch what Abraham does. The Bible says here that Abraham is so impatient that he decides to help God out. He takes Hagar. He goes into Hagar and she gives birth to a boy by the name of Ishmael. The Bible says here, now Abraham has two sons. He has one son by the name of Ishmael. He has one son by the name of Isaac. Watch the representation here. Ishmael represents the sins of the world. Isaac represents the blessing of God. I've come to tell somebody in here tonight, don't settle for Ishmael because Isaac is on the way. The Bible says the pleasures of sin are only enjoyable for a season. The Bible says here, yes sir, hallelujah, that because Abraham finds favor with God, the Bible says here in chapter number 18 that when God pronounces judgment on the world, Gomorrah. You got to understand, my friends, Sodom and Gomorrah had become a filthy place. Hallelujah. It had become a place where everything was accepted, even though it wasn't right to be. And Sodom, you had a right to be. Hallelujah. It was a place where men lay with men, woman laid with woman. The people had forsaken righteousness. The text tells us here that God, he now presents an indictment against Sodom and Gomorrah because of their sin. I've come to tell you today, even though we're living in a dispensation of grace, I want to ask you a question. How much more should grace abound? Want you to know, friends, that grace is running out. Yes, sir. I know we're depending on God's grace, but there's coming a day when God's grace will to expire, and we will enter into a dispensation of God's judgment. And according to the Bible, when judgment comes, it will begin in the house of the Lord. Yes, sir. Walk up in here and play Russian roulette with your life. Hallelujah. The Bible asks the question, choose ye this day whom you shall serve. Either you gonna serve God or you gonna serve the world. But you can't be hot or cold. You got to be either hot or cold. Because if you're lukewarm, he'll spew you out of his mouth. Come here, Joshua. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. Slap your neighbor high five and tell him, hey neighbor, my mind's made up. My heart is fixed. Tell him, and I'm going to serve the Lord until I die. Hallelujah. Find you another neighbor and tell him, say neighbor, I've decided to make Jesus my choice, and I'm going to serve the Lord until I die. I might not dot every I, I may not cross every T, but I'll serve him. Is there anybody in here today that's made up your mind? I've got to serve him. He's all I got. I got some friends. I got some loved ones. But at the end of the day, he's all I got. High five your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, he is all I've got. Clap your hands, open your mouth, and shout glory. I preached a message some years ago. I said, I didn't know he was all I needed until I found out he was all I had. High five one more person and tell him he's all I got. People will change on you. People will walk away from you. People will walk out on you. But look at what Jesus said. I'm the same yesterday, today, forever. And I've changed now. Text us here that when God pronounces his indictment on Sodom and Gomorrah, because of Abraham's faithfulness. Yes. Because of Abraham, somebody shout faithfulness. Faithfulness. Because of his faithfulness, God decides to tell Abraham his plan concerning Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's look at this word faithfulness. Because a lot of us, we get this twisted. It wasn't so much that Abraham was faithful to the house of the Lord. Because you know, a lot of us, we faithful to church.
Yeah, Jesus.
We faithful to service. We don't miss a service.
Jesus.
We sit up in here every time we do. We come late, come on time. We here. We don't miss it. We faithful to that. But Abraham's faithfulness had nothing to do with service, but it was his faithfulness to his God. A lot of us are in church, but we're not in his presence. And God's saying, you're faithful to the house, but I need you to be faithful to my presence. Sometimes, some of us, the only time we pray is when we come to church. Only time some of us open the Bible is when we come to church. Some of y'all leave your Bibles in your trunk. You pull up and you pop your trunk, you take your Bible out. And when I say open your Bible, or whoever's preaching, that's when you open your Bible. You don't open your Bible no other time. You can't make it without God's word. His word is a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. You want to know why you lost? Because you ain't got no lamp and you ain't got no light. And so you wandering in the wilderness, lost, just dizzy as you can be, because you ain't got no lamp. Pastor, I need prayer. No, you don't need prayer, you need a word. Well, prophesy. No, I'm not going to open your Bible and you got 66 books. Choose a promise. Pray for me. No. Open your Bible. Build a relationship with God for yourself. And so, let me make my point. And so, because of Abraham's faithfulness to him, God speaks to Abraham. Let me pop some of these bubbles in here. God only speaks to those who are faithful to him. You can't tell me God gave you a word and you ain't never in prayer. Come on, Jesus. Because if you had a private prayer life, when we call for prayer here on Thursday, give me the first one in here because you practice it privately, so you'd be more than happy to practice it publicly. Yes. I got a problem. You got a word, but I don't never see you pray. I pray at home. No, but the pastor said we pray here tonight. Yeah. How can you hear from God for you, for us, when you don't even hear from God for you? Somebody gave me a word the other day. He did a little Facebook inbox. I said, thank you, but that's for you and ain't for me. That's not for me. That's God. If God gave it to you, it was for you. Well, for me. We don't spend time. You think I go home and I watch TV all week and I just come up here on Sunday mornings and open my Bible and wherever my Bible lands, that's when I preach? No, this comes through prayer. This comes through. It's not a Sunday I preach, somebody come, Pastor, oh my God, you must have been in my conversation. No, I wasn't in it, God was in it, and this comes through. Anytime God releases the word to the house, everyone will be blessed by it, because God only speaks to the house according to the needs of the house. God's not going to speak to a struggling house and tell them to go buy a new car when nobody got no money. What he's going to tell you to do is hold on. God speaks to a house according to the need. So anytime, and you got my permission, anytime somebody come in here talking about something and just don't hit the house, you sit right there looking like they're crazy. Yes. Because they haven't spent time in prayer. That's right. To hear what God is saying to this house.
Yeah, we got that.
I had somebody preach here when we first moved here. First, he said, Doc, your church is hard to preach at. I said, no, you just wasn't saying nothing. He said, what? I said, Doc, you wasn't saying nothing. Tell him again. He was talking about one thing. You talking about Lodi Bar. We ain't there.
Nope.
We don't receive that.
Nope.
So God speaks to those. Turn them, you got to be faithful. Tell them, you got to be faithful.